welcome to Pin High. My name is Jim Bennett, I'm your host. And you know, my tagline for this show is, "You're not good enough to pitch," which is not meant as an insult. It just means that if you're going to take your golf clubs out of the trunk once a week and go play a round of golf, you know, you can't expect too much for scoring or, you know, playing well. But as long as you're enjoying yourself, that's the important part. But if you want to get a little better, if you want to improve your score, if you want to improve your game, like everything else in life, you got to practice. So today we're here at Great Brook Sports. It's on 184 in Groton, Connecticut, easy to get to off of 95, and from all points in Groton and Mystic, no Blizzard. And we are with Marc Vinchesi. Wanted to make sure I got that right. Marc Vinchesi, the owner and operator of this facility. It's a wonderful place. It's got a beautiful driving range, which we're going to show you in a minute. But it also has batting cages for people that want to practice their swings. Or you can bring your kid over, let them swing a couple baseballs while you hit a couple of buckets. And it has a beautiful mini golf course, which is
currently under renovation. Because of COVID, we had to close it, but now we're redoing it completely, and it should open this fall, provided everything is good for opening.
Wow, we're looking forward to that. Kids love that one. All right? So, first thing we want to do here is we're here on the driving range, and I want to show you their different. What do you call these?
This unit here is a power tee we're going to show first. We also have a grass hitting area, and we have regular mats to hit at. But the power tee is the most popular. If you pan around, you'll be able to see that there's only one available because we're holding it up. Okay, right now we're on a power tee. Power tee is an automatic tee system that we have on most of our hitting bays. Allows you to dump your bucket of ball into the unit, and then each ball will come up automatically, so there's no bending over. In addition to that, you can set the tee height to any height you want. For guys that don't necessarily want to hit their driver and not use the tee, you just knock the ball off. Whether you want it on a short grass or long grass, hit the ball, and then you'll see that it'll automatically come up right back to the tee height that we had the last time. Okay? So now if I want to adjust it, I just pick a tee height by pushing up. That's the highest level. And then we can go all the way down so I can hit my irons off there. And again, it allows you to really train your golf swing so you can set your position, hit your ball, and then be right there ready again for the next one to come up. Okay. Very easy to use, and customers love it. Brings them back. It's an easy process, easy to get used to, and a lot of fun.
All right, so you can see how easy it is to use. This is a great spot. You know, the thing is, I want to point out that you need to practice like everything else. And the beautiful thing about the ball tee and the adjustment of the height is that you can adjust the ball for your swing. You know, a lot of people, one of the long-range champion drivers, Sean Flynn, once told me, tee it high and fly it, let it fly. But every time I did that, I ended up either hooking or slicing in the woods. But I've learned that, you know, from coming out here and adjusting it, that a little lower, I hit it pretty accurate. So it's a good thing to do. You need to come out and hit a bucket and see how your clubs do. I like to go through my clubs. I like to hit 5 balls with each club. And then when I have a problem, I go back to the other club. You know, I pick that club out and hit a few more balls. So anyways, let's move on inside and show you the rest.
Okay, here at Great Brook Sports, we're open 9 to 7 daily. And in addition to the driving range and batting cage and mini golf, we have a full 5,000 square foot pro shop. And behind me you can see when it's opening after the pandemic, hopefully, the snack bar. And we also have a full liquor license for beverages and cocktails.
And you can actually buy a drink and take it out onto the range and hit balls.
Yes, yeah. Within the range of the power tee area, you can drink your liquor when you're outside. So
that's important.
So. Yeah. If you're thirsty.
Yeah.
This is the front desk where you get your gloves, your balls, and your range balls to hit outside. We always have sales going on. They're usually out front, so they're easy to find. Sell all the major brands of balls and clubs and accessories for your golf game.
All right, now we're inside the pro shop. We're in the putting area right now, and I'm going to let Mark talk and practice my putting because I got a tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, inside you can see our wide range of putters. We carry all the major brands, Scotty Cameron, Ping, Mizuno, Cleveland, TaylorMade, and of course Odyssey. You can come in, try any of the putters, get a feel for what you have, or even have a putting fitting.
I think there's something wrong with this one, Mark. Here's a great thing to do, though.
In addition to all the golf facilities, we're also a big supporter of disc golf, and we carry a full line of disc golf products as well as baskets and knapsacks.
Disc golf? Oh, disc.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is
Some
that
people consider it frisbee golf, but it's,
Yeah,
it's
disc
called
golf?
disc golf.
Yeah. Is that popular? I haven't seen. I've seen it, but I haven't.
It's usually popular. It's big worldwide now. It's growing faster outside the United States, but it's very big in this country. We have a couple of courses in Groton, private courses, and closest public course is Newgret Park in Rhode Island.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
Okay, here we are in our custom fitting and repair area. Again, we carry all the major brands of golf clubs, and with those clubs, the manufacturers send us fitting clubs. These are clubs where we can take a head, whichever model head that you're interested in, and then we match it up with the shaft based upon your own swing speed and swing requirements. In other words, we can have a high kick point to lower the ball or a low kick point to raise the ball. And then we get to put those clubs together, screw it up, and now you have a custom club for you to try, see which club works best. Now we'll do that with all the brands or within a brand. So we may spend a half hour just trying different heads. You choose the head that based on the data works best for you, and then we go next to find which shaft is better. So we'll try that head that you chose and put multiple shafts that fit your parameters, and then you get to narrow it down to the specific shaft and head combination that works best for your swing. Then we'll adjust the lie to your specifications, choose the correct grip for you and the length of the club, and then you have a completely custom set of clubs fit to you. And believe me, with the cost of clubs these days, that's the only way you want to buy clubs, because you know it's going to be a positive impact on your golf game.
Okay, so now how would you go about? Let's say I'm going to come down and I want to get a set of clubs fitted for me. How do you analyze my swing?
There's several ways to do that. Okay, one of the basic ways we do in the first part of it is we take a Mizuno fitting club. This has a little computer on it. With our iPad, it'll give us all the data we need to know about shaft. In other words, shafts have traditionally been divided into 4 segments of bend and flexibility. We take that into account, but this club and software combo actually recommend about 5 or 6 different shafts that will fit your swing speed. So it's going to tell us what your swing speed is, it's going to tell us your tempo, it's going to tell us your kick point. That's the basic thing, because if I haven't seen someone swing, I want them swinging this a few times, we get the numbers, and now we have our starting point. You say this is a 7-iron and you swing 75 miles per hour. Where does that put you? Is that stiff? Is that regular? Well, it could be either one. It's kind of on the borderline. But by using this as a first step, we can at least get you in that range. Okay, all right, he's a lightweight stiff shaft, or he's a little heavier regular shaft, depending on how you flex the club. And like everyone has a different swing. Some guys, as you know, swing really hard at the ball, and other guys have a nice smooth swing and tempo.
Right.
Could both be regular, but they're different shafts altogether. And that's,
And that, will that determine like if you have a steel shaft or a graphite shaft?
it will recommend that. Again, if you have trouble releasing that club, more often than not, you're going to be into a lighter weight steel or a graphite shaft.
Okay.
Whereas a guy that's really flexing and really bending that club, they're going to put them in steel.
Right.
Okay? And that's just their recommendation.
Right.
There are contraindications for certain things. Guys that have hand issues or arthritis, other injuries to their body. A lot of times, graphite is a way to go just to make them more comfortable.
Right.
Now, when you hit a graphite shaft, the vibration does not come up the shaft, so it's more comfortable.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So it's better for you if you have.
Anybody who hits a steel shaft and hits it thin on a cold day knows how much that goes up.
You feel it.
Graphite won't do that.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
a good recommend. The weight, if people have issues on strength, graphite's can be a lot lighter.
Right.
We can go as low as 30 grams on a graphite shaft, even on a driver.
Wow.
But you can still get extremely lightweight steel as well, and that's come a long way. So you can get 80, 85 gram steel shafts as well.
And what about now grips? There's so many different grips now. You see a lot of guys with the huge grips on the putters.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Very popular.
Is that for like all your clubs? I mean, how do you fit somebody for a grip?
KJ Troy came out with the Super Stroke 8 or 9 years ago, the biggest grip. It's still out there, not as popular as it was because now this was kind of a standalone thing. I mean, I can barely get my hands around this thing, but from this to being the biggest grip down to the tour grips, which tend to be very small, there's every single thing in between. Super Stroke's a big name in it. You can see this is a 3.0, this is a 5.0. They make them 1.0, okay, and that's basically the diameter, 5 inches, 1 inch that. But they come in all sizes now. Super Stroke was the first to have a not tapered grip, and you see a lot of tour guys have it. They want it to be straight all the way down. Bryson DeChambeau has a 3 foot long Super Stroke on his putter. So they're custom now. They're crazy varieties. This is the Flat Cat. You've probably seen Justin Rose putt with this one. You can install it this way, or you can install it this way for someone who does the claw grip.
Okay.
And Super Stroke also makes a claw putter grip. So depending on how you grip your putter, okay, there's a putter grip for you. Okay, from very, very small and thin and tacky to very, very big, hard and smooth. So.
And for the regular, for your drivers and your irons, do you think it makes a big difference in the grips?
Hey, that's how you connect with the club. You want to feel confident in your grip. Some people want comfort in the grip. They make extremely soft grips like wind grips. Some people want a really, really tight connection to the club for feedback, and that's a hard grip.
Right.
It's giving you, the pros tend to have a harder grip for feedback. And again, everybody's different. That's why you come down. I have on display about 50 different grips. Some people don't care, but it is an important part of club fitting, whether you're upgrading your existing clubs or whether you're choosing a grip for a new set of clubs.
I had actually had a couple clubs re-grip down here. A couple of rescue clubs. I had them with big, thicker grips. It feels a little weird to me sometimes because if you're playing with the regular clubs, then you take out your rescue club, all of a sudden you got something that's a little bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't.
But I seem to hit it all right. So
I don't recommend having different size grips in your bag.
Right.
I once did my whole set of irons with mid-size because I loved the feel of the grip, and I couldn't play with them. It wasn't right for me. Other guys like have really big hands. I have big hands, but guys that have if I was 6'6", I might have another inch on there. You need a bigger grip.
Right.
Again, it is your connection to the club. It should be something that is a weight between your own feeling of comfort and performance. And then like you said, everybody's different. I wouldn't mix them up. I like to have the same grip in my whole set.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work
Now,
on that one.
some guys have, the driver looks one way with one color, and the wedges look a different way just so he knows what club he has. That's fine too, but you keep the grips consistent.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what is like the most popular club you sell? Or does that go by year to year, or what's hot, what's not?
Whichever's having the most commercials on the Golf Channel.
Is that right? Yeah.
We see all the people who watch the Golf Channel, and something's been on there a lot. They'll come in with those clubs.
Right.
Obviously you have the major brands that are out there that everybody sees the commercials for. They do better. Advertising works.
Right.
There is a lot of great private label, call them clubs, that are just small garage operations that make fantastic clubs, but people don't see them, so they don't know about them. The Japanese market, if you have a lot of money to spend, the Japanese makes an incredible amount of great clubs.
Right.
And again, the ones tend to be for the better play.
Right.
Clubs like Cobra and TaylorMade and Callaway, they do cater to the beginner golfer and make a lot of options for them as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's say a guy comes in, he wants to take up golf. Yeah, he's played it once or twice. Do you recommend like a mid-range or used clubs, or do you?
Yeah, the whole fitting process is getting to know your client. What he's trying to get out of the game. And so when a person comes into me and they're new to the golf, I just say, okay, how much do you plan on playing the game?
Right.
And how much do you feel like you want to invest in the game? And the answers can be varied.
Right.
But golf, as you know, the new stuff is not cheap. The golf's gone up 20% in the last 2 or 3 years. So if somebody's budget is at a certain level, we will start with them with the box set, which is a complete soup to nuts. It's something they can go out and play immediately. And then if they want a better quality, we go to our used inventory, where they can select a trade-in set. So when you buy your clubs from me, you can trade in your old set. They don't appreciate sitting in the garage or the basement.
Right.
So trade them in.
Right.
Okay. And then so we'll have some really late model good used stuff where you're going to save 50-60% on those. And then that to me is always the best option if we have something that's good for you. But the box sets come in different ranges. They can be the cheap sets that you see at some of the big box stores, or they can be a good high quality set like a Tour Edge Exotics, which again, even the Callaways and the TaylorMades, they make box sets, but they tend to be more expensive.
Right.
So it's a soup to nuts answer. You can walk in the door and walk out with a full set of clubs in a brief period of time. Overall, the quality is not as good as the regular Pro Line stuff that you see on the commercials.
I had a friend who bought a set down here, and I think he told me, do you let him borrow a set for a few days or something to try it
Yeah,
out?
we rent sets. Yeah,
Yeah.
we rent sets. We borrow clubs. I don't throw anything out. That's kind of my problem there. If we walk through that door right now, there would be bags and bags and bags and bags of clubs that we don't have out for sale. But I had a guy come in today that had a set of Ping Zings, which were made in probably '87, and he lost his 7-iron. I went in the back, and one of the clubs I used to have out in the range, which we don't have because of the pandemic, was a Ping Zing 7-iron. You couldn't see how happy that guy was.
Yeah, nice.
And now his club is back. So we don't throw anything. I have shafts. When somebody breaks a shaft from an 8-year-old club, if they come in here, I probably have something that'll work really good for them.
Right.
So when we do the club fitting, club repair here, it's soup to nuts. I mean, anything that you have, we can fix.
Right.
I do all the club repair for most of the golf courses in the area, and some of them as far away as Hartford. There's an art to repairing clubs that not a lot of people have anymore. So if you have an old club that needs to be repaired, bring it in here and we can bring it back to life. The new stuff's real simple. A lot of the clubs and the heads, they all have adapters on them. Not just the drivers, but the fairwoods and the hybrids. So you break that shaft, boom. Some guys do that. Come in, we put a new tip on it, put it back in. You can be out of the door in 10 minutes with a new shaft.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a big part of the business, too.
You know, I'll tell you, I understand what you're saying about the clubs. My father he passed away about 10 years ago, but he was the guy who bought the latest and the greatest every year. So I always got the hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
So I always had a constant supply. But now I'm playing with a set of Jack Nicklaus that he had fitted for him at the Nicklaus thing. But I'm thinking I might need to upgrade.
I love the Jack Nicklaus clubs, but I'm not Jack Nicklaus, and I can't play. I played the McGregor Muirfields for 20 years.
No kidding.
Absolutely love them.
Yeah.
But now the clubs today, compared to the clubs of then, the ball's different. The materials of the shafts are different. Anything that was made in the last 3 years blows away any of the old stuff. We would be remiss if we didn't show Bruin. Bruin is our commercial star. You'll be seeing him in a new commercial coming out when we open our new mini golf this fall. Bruin's been here for over 11 years as our mascot, and you always see him when you come. That's enough. You can leave now. Thank you.
That was your 5 minutes of fame, boy.
All right. We're in the simulator room right now. This is the most high-tech simulator on the market. It's the same one that Tiger Woods and Jordan Spieth have in their houses. We're lucky enough to have it here. We do most of our indoor club fitting here because it gives you all the numbers you could ever want and then some. When we do them out in the range, we do it with a Flight Scope launch monitor, which again, top of the line numbers that you get for your swing. This fall, was supposed to be this spring, we're installing 11 launch monitors out on the range where we saw the power tees. Those are going to be the Foresight GC quads, which are one of the top launch monitors out there. So in the near future, you'll be able to come to the range and everyone will have these numbers every time you hit a ball. There's no better way to train your golf game than to have a launch monitor at your feet. But we're going to do a few swings here so you get an idea of what a launch monitor does, and then some.
All right.
All right. We've got a guinea pig.
All right, now here, this is set for the driving range, right?
Yep.
Not far, but straight.
All right. Make sure you're on the screen here, and we'll see the numbers that'll come up. All right. We've got his distance, his launch, his backspin, his carry distance. Let's hit another one.
All right.
One second.
All right. That was a reset?
We're just going to allow it to stay on the screen, all the numbers.
Okay.
There we go. Good ball. All right, so his distance was 217, his launch angle was 12.5, he had 3,600 degrees spin backswing, and he carried the ball 200 yards in the air. That's a great drive. His direction was about 8.2 degrees left of center, ball speed was 124, and we didn't pick up the spin, but we'll pick it up on this next one, all right?
All right. I'll try one more. That felt good.
All right, a little pull there.
A little pull.
All right, so we got the numbers here. The spin was a lot lower, which is great. Distance was good. We usually do that when you pull it. You always hit it long. And then we got a club head speed of 85.6. Again, that's a good number when we're fitting for clubs. It gives us a sense of what shaft should be in there. Carry distance, again, was around 200. Now you can see at the bottom here, your path. You know, the path was, it came a little over the top. So we see a club path of 7.5 outside in. The club face angle was also closed a little bit, 9.8. So you put a little draw spin on there. That's not a lot of draw spin because you basically hit the ball straight, but straight left. So we call that pull draw. Your ball speed again was in the 120s. Overall, you know, long way, wrong way.
Yeah. That's just fantastic. And now, this though, how many courses can you put on this?
We have we can't remember them all, so we have a book. We have over 100 different courses for you to choose from. What's your favorite course? What do you want to play? You want to play Pebble Beach?
I'll play Pebble Beach.
All right, let's set them up for Pebble
Put
Beach.
Pebble Beach on there. Okay.
Well, Jim, you're now in Monterey, California, on the 18th tee box of Pebble Beach, the famed hole of the most iconic courses in the world. There's a tree out there that you can see. I would aim at it, but the ocean's pretty much on the whole left side. So,
Yeah, this is one of this is the whole. Yeah, if you can hit it far, you can, but I can't hit that far.
yeah,
So
well, don't pull it on this one.
I'm going to aim it right at the tree. And I ducked it.
Cut.
Bing. Cut.
In the rocks.
Let me try one more.
No, a little more to the left. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, pull it again.
Third time's the charm.
All right, one more.
There you go.
Come on.
2 more shots and you get a nice eagle.
Yeah.
You know, we have a big indoor golf league. We have 5 different divisions. Every week we play a different course. We have so many courses to choose from, you can't play them all. So what we try to do is we follow the PGA Tour. When they play,
gotcha.
you know, because we play in the winter and
Yeah.
their season starts almost, you know, January. When they play Kapalua and Hawaii, we play Kapalua. When they play Pebble, we play Pebble. When they play Torrey Pines, we play Torrey Pines. So we get the people to be able to play the course and watch it on TV that same week.
That's great.
And each week we have a net game. We have a what we call the Great Brook Cup. It's like the FedEx Cup. You get points every week you play. And then we have a side game. It could be a Skins. It could be a Nassau, Stableford. It's a different side game. So you're always in for 3 or 4 things. You also have long drive contests, closest to the pin, shortest putts, longest putts. You know, so
Nice.
It's fun. So and again, it's a 22-week season. We play all winter long.
And this is, you're playing your own ball at, right?
Just like you did, you're hitting it right on this screen.
Right.
It's giving you all the numbers. You're learning about your game, stuff that you don't learn when you're outside.
And then people now, they obviously not everybody comes in the same day and plays, right? Or how does it work?
Yeah, you can play any day. It's like the tour. It starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday. As long as you play during that week, anytime.
Okay.
your scores submitted.
Just come down, play, and it records everything and,
Yep.
and stuff like that. And do you also do PGA handicaps here?
We used to.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, up until this year, we did handicaps, but the handicap system now is much more elaborate. Okay, so they do take into consideration wind conditions and weather conditions. So you have to be tied into the whole GINS system to get the scores of everybody that played on that course in the day to make an adjustment for weather conditions. We don't have enough business here.
Right. Yeah. No. I was just wondering because I'm playing with the idea of trying to get an official PGA handicap just to.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be 28
You
or
can
something.
do
but,
that. Most local courses can do that. We
Yeah.
don't have enough demand for it here.
Right.
But you know, we are. This is the Great Brook Golf Association. We used to be a registered handicap
Right.
provider. But
And you also have a league that does play on courses.
yes, my son is Connor's the head pro at Fenner Hill in Rhode Island. We do the same thing at Fenner Hill. It's a 9-hole week, once a week, 9 holes. It gives all the same things: stat contests, side games, and that. So we do carry that outside.
Oh, good. Good. Well, Mark, I can't thank you enough. This has been fantastic. I myself have been coming here for years. I love it, and I hope that people that want to get a little better, play a little better game, and maybe you'll even work your way up to be good enough to bitch. I don't know. So thank you very much. This has been Pin High with Mark.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you next time. Take care.